Hey guys, it's Aim2 again. Today I'm just going to read you guys something that I threw together one morning at like 2:30. I sent it to one of my best friends in Wyoming who has this group going on called Break the Cycle, which is where my video series name comes from. I'm kind of a part of it. I just sort of joined today. We had a group Skype call since I'm so far away and I can't be with them. So I just joined their little group, and we read this to everybody, and they were all on board, and everybody got really excited. So we're going to try to work on this. This is a basic overall summary of what I want my community to be. I just gave it the temporary, or maybe not temporary name, the Nirvana initiative. So let me just bring that up, and I'm just going to read what I wrote. Alright, here it is. First, we need a goal. We can say that goal would be to survive, and not just to survive, but to do so in an optimized, healthy, prosperous way. Most people desire to live, and they would prefer to do so without suffering. Therefore, the basis of this community needs to be as supportive and sustainable for human life as possible, taking into account the material needs for the people, while trying to remove anything that can hurt us in the long run. With the goal of maximum sustainability understood, the next question regards our method. What approach do we take? I propose a scientific method. Unlike religion and politics, science has no ego, and everything it suggests accepts the possibility of being proven wrong eventually. It holds on to nothing and evolves constantly. So then, based on the current state of scientific knowledge in the early 21st century, along with our goal of maximum sustainability for the community, how do we begin the actual process of construction? First, the question to ask is, what do we need to survive? The answer is planetary resources, whether it is the water we drink, the energy we use, or the raw materials utilized to create tools and shelter. The planet hosts an inventory of resources, many of which are demanded for our survival. It then becomes critical to figure out what we have and where it is. This means we must conduct a survey. We need to locate and identify every physical resource in the community we can, along with the amount available, from the deposits of ores to the most potent locations for wind farms, to the natural freshwater springs, to an assessment of the amount of fish in the area, to the most prime arable land for food cultivation, etc. But since we are going to be consuming these resources over time, we then realize we not only need to locate and identify, we also need to track. We need to make sure we do not run out of anything. And this not only means tracking our rates of use, but also the rates of earthly regeneration as well, such as how long it takes for a tree to grow or a spring to replenish. As for our possessions, I would like to bring up an important point. Many people forget that it is not the possession they want, it is the purpose of it. When we realize that the object itself is only as important as its utility, we see that we do not need to possess it on a personal level. A system could be created on which people can access goods when they need them, and then return them when they are done with them, similar to how a library works. The community itself should be an equidistant one, created in the shape of a circle, set in concentric belts within the community. There would be a residential area, a goods production area, a power generation area, an agricultural area, a park, an entertainment and social event area, and an educational and research area. The usage of hydroponics would be used for growing food. Food could be grown in vertical farms to save space and therefore allow for more food to be grown and harvested and stored. In this Nirvana community, we have a goal to regain our connection to earth and to nature. Therefore, homes should be built by the owner's hands from the very ground it will be built upon. In this way, the home will be a part of both the earth and the resident. Homes will be made from clay and mud and brick, creating a sort of adobe material that will last almost indefinitely. There is no money, nor is there a need for it. The community economy is resource-based, and the people accept it for what it offers. In a community which is designed to take care of its people and secure their well-being, without them having to submit to submit to a private dictatorship on a daily basis, usually to a job that is either technically unnecessary or socially pointless, while often struggling with debt and working most of their lives just to make ends meet. I promise that people will gladly volunteer their time to maintain and improve the community. Coupled with the issue of incentive comes the common assumption that if there is not some external pressure for one to work for a living, people would just sit around, do nothing, and be lazy. This is nonsense. If you think back to when you were a child, full of life, interested in new things to understand, creating and exploring. But as time went on, the system pushed you into the focus of figuring out how to make money. And from early education to study at a university, you are narrowed. People are not motivated by monetary reward when it comes to ingenuity and creation. The creation itself is the reward. Money is a distraction from what truly matters in life. Also, since 95% of crime is money-related, all these crimes will be non-existent. The other 5% are crimes committed by those who have been raised wrongly, and in the Nirvana community, they will be raised by the community as a collective in a loving and supportive manner. In a matter of a single generation, crime may be virtually gone. The purpose of life should not be to gain wealth and social status. In the Nirvana community, the purpose of life is to better oneself, to better society, to better others, to love, to reconnect with the universe and earth that brought you life, to ensure a great future for generations to come, and to leave this world in a better state than how you came into it. So, that's basically it. I brought that up to the people in Break the Cycle, and we're all going to kind of work on that and expand upon it and find the baby steps to eventually get to that goal. Of course, the whole world isn't going to do that, at least not in our lifetime, but we can at least create a community and show the world that it actually works. I know I sound like a hippie, but whatever's right, I guess. So, till next time, namaste.